What is poppin', everybody? Welcome back to a brand new Pokemon Sword and Shield rumor video for you guys. Today, we'll be taking a look over somebody who has come forward and they said that they know a lot about the Pokemon games that are coming out in literally just under 3 weeks. So I'm super excited to jump into it. Let me know what you guys think about the rumor down below in the comment section as always. So this was posted on Twitter, and this guy's basically like saying there's been some circumstances that led me to play the game for a little while. I know some things about the game. I don't know everything. Couldn't get to the end alone, let alone 100% finish it. I can give you some insights, mechanics, new Pokemon, NPCs names, but bear in mind my knowledge might have been limited. See, my thing with this, right, is whenever someone always comes forward and says, look, I played the games, but I can't remember everything. And I'm like, well, if you're going to leak it, why wouldn't you remember everything? It's like, you know, sometimes it just doesn't make sense, and it makes them sound so unlegit. But like I was looking at the comments, and some people are like, what he said does actually kind of sound legit. It doesn't sound too fake, so that's why I wanted to make a video on it. So let's go ahead and take a look. He says, feel free to ask away. So let's take a look here. So Wenge on 4chan or Reddit, whatever this is, I had no idea. I never spent time on 4chan because 4chan is just absolutely just atrocious. Scorbunny's second evolution will still be fire from what I tried, and my Sobble became water and ghost on its second evolution. It kept the typing for the last one. I haven't seen Grookey though. I have the names, but they aren't in English since I don't play in English, but he can type in English absolutely correctly. There are no Fruitbat. The thing that looked the most like one might be the Galarian Zubat as grass and flying. A Galarian Zubat, a grass and flying. Oh, god dear. There were 3 fossils, which is actually alright, because you remember in the video that we did yesterday, we talked about the artist that drew the Pokemon, and there were fossil Pokemon. He did state that there were fossil Pokemon. One of my favorite is a rock and water Plesiosaurus. I have no idea. I can't even read. The second one will be a rock and grass Theriziosaurus, I believe. Probably not even the right thing. I didn't see the third one, but it was Ventos fossil. I'd translate that by suction pad. Don't know how they're going to translate it. I'd rather do this than info dump. Not too keen on spoiling everything, but I can answer most questions that some people. All right, cool. So I didn't see the last evolution, but the second one name is Carbolivere. Livery is practically, it just gets a bigger evolution. I like it. It's the patch from Scorbunny's nose removed, and it keeps the same color scheme, and it looked agile and super active. Didn't use its feet to attack, rather it seemed like it was using speed to do so. The feet were burning from time to time. So this must be Scorbunny's evolution. From what I've seen and can recall, Zubat, Golbat, Lickitung, Ladybird, Ledian, and a new evolution. Girafarig, Fampi, and Donphan, Surskit, and a new evolution. Slackoff, Vigoroth, and a new evolution. Bro, imagine Galarian bloody slacking. Larvesta, Carvana, and Venipede, and its line. I have some. Bro, it's so wild trying to bloody say these names, because for me, for somebody who's dyslexic as I am, it's the hardest thing, and I don't want to make myself sound like an absolute idiot for Sobble's Eeveelutions. Salivel for Impidimp, Gargumon for its evolution in Freya for a Scarecrow-like Pokemon that looks really, really intimidating. Scorbunny's second evolution was still fire from what I tried. Oh, this is the same thing going on and on. Let's move on to this one. Impidimp, we've already seen that one. I haven't seen Bisharp at all. Neither have I seen Kingless, sorry. There's a legend about a knight, and I think it's the first time they referred to a possible medieval era. Well, that makes sense, obviously, with England and stuff like that. The knight was the knight and protector of the king. He had 2 Pokemons, and apparently they took his sword and shield when he was no longer alive, and they protect the kingdom now. I don't know how Zamazenta fused with the shield, don't ask me. So that sounds pretty cool, how there was a knight who protected the kingdom of the Galar region. Obviously, the Pokemon, the Sword and Shield, maybe they got fused into a Pokemon. That sounds really interesting for a theory on that. That's the same that. There's a secret place which I stumbled upon. Obviously, you guys can't see this. I'm going to read it out loud for you. There's a secret place I stumbled upon randomly. It was an NPC living with all the previous pseudos. You can see them running and having fun around. The NPC says something about how I wouldn't believe that all these Pokemon became really powerful and fierce when they evolved when they were so cute. And I could see 2 new Pokemon in it, and one looked like a cute black pup, and its name was Cinchalot, and it was a dark type. The other one was a Griffin, which is a flying type. The NPC gave me an egg, and I couldn't get the Griffin in it. I couldn't find the dog. I think it might be exclusive to Shield. The Griffin is really neat, and it says pure flying. Think that the creature from Harry Potter, but I can't remember the name well, except it's red. I have seen a dragon type with a neat concept. It is a big goofy dragon, fairy dragon, Jesus. And when it evolves, it shrinks a bit and becomes more majestic. And evolves again and is a pure majestic fair dragon form, and I really liked it. It's just in the game, it has nothing to do with new form or evolution. Zubat and Golbat were grass flying, Lickitung was fairy type, Ladybird and Ladium became bug fighting, Girafarig is dark normal, Surskit is bug fairy, Fampi and Domfan became ground electric, Slackoff and Vigoroth are dark and Team Yell use them. Okay, that sounds cool. Carvanha is water steel, Venipede become bug and ground, Larvesta is ice bug, and its favorite Galarian form is a Volcarona fan. A cool Pokemon I've seen is a weird Xenomorph looking Pokemon, almost looks like an Ultra Beast, but it's not one, it's dark and poison. Ooh, that sounds pretty dope, right? Dude, there's so much here to look for. It's insane. There's an ice and water narwhal single stage, and it's a mushroom fire Pokemon that creates toxic smoke to neutralize its opponent. I can't remember what the type combinations are made yet, and I can think of a ghost and normal book looking Pokemon, and it eats the memories of human people. Oh my god, and it keeps everything on its pages. It's like a Grimoire from Bloody Black Clover. I think people will like it as much as they love Aegislash and Chandelure, as it has the same aura and it's cool looking with a nice concept. Actually, at one point in the story, Hop gets his memory eaten and we have to help him recover it. Oh, damn! Haven't seen Eternus yet. It is referred to as a calamity by the NPCs. Well, Leon comes and gets both of us as Hop in the Galar League after some talking. Hop always wanted to follow his brother's footsteps. We see the legendary very early and it seemed to react to us, as in the cliche chosen one, after we get out the early forest. Ooh, so it means we interact with the legendary Pokemon immediately. There's a fighting steel Pokemon, a robot with gloves, but it's not like Hitmonchan, and there are parts of its body that I didn't really like it. I've used one even, a ground bug Antolon that looks useless and wimpy like Magikarp / Wimpod, and it evolves into a ground bug Sandworm that looks like the Leviathan. So, can you guys remember the video that I uploaded yesterday? If you haven't watched it, please do. There was a drawing of the sand creature, you know, where it just had a big mouth. It did look absolutely massive, so that's what he could be referring to there. So that does sound kind of legit. They didn't explain... Oh, so we're going on about Gigantamax in here. So they didn't explain the red clouds yet. Where was I? I didn't look for any Gigantamax, and the only ones I saw were the Champions Ace if they had one. Also, sometime you can see Gigantamax on TV. They broadcast Leon's battles in direct. It's a fun feature, but not really useful. I saw Gigamax of the Fairy, Fire, and Ice gym leaders. The Fire gym leader had the last evolution of Roly-Coly, and it looked like a wagon. And when Gigamax, it became a train. The Fairy gym leader has a Fairy-type pig with small. Its first stage, it's really cute. Wings Gigamax into a ball with giant wings. The Ice gym leader and his Yeti Pokemon Gigantamax into a bigger one, but not much change. Really just added an effect like snow flying around from the duration of the Gigantamax. No snake Pokemon from what I saw. Arbok did get a Galarian form through its Psychic and Fairy, and you can find the one in the same forest as Galar Ponyta. There are a Psychic Peacock with beautiful motives. It uses it to hypnotize its opponents. Haven't seen any Gigantamax of Tyranitar, Duralogon. I didn't try and count watch. I'm not too fond of the Gigantamax Dynamax. Not much so far. They took customization really far, and we have lots and lots, and I mean lots of options to customize your character. There's also a thing where you can send your Pokemon to do some jobs, but I didn't really use it. I didn't like the principle. Dude, that sounds insane. That sounds absolutely mental. I'm sorry, I wasn't planning on leaking at first, and given the circumstances, I really couldn't even if I wanted to show proof. I really can't say much more that could put some people in danger. The only reason I'm doing this right now is because the game is going to get released soon, and the next piece of news, we might get it data mined, so there won't even need to come back to this thread and see what leaked. We'll know everything by then. Haven't seen any 3-stage fighter ones, but at least there are way more than there were in Sun and Moon. I also didn't finish the game, and I've seen more Pokemon than there were all total of Sun and Moon. Haven't seen any in battles. There might be a facility that sells them. Haven't encountered them yet if that's the case. I didn't use the guy, so I don't know how it evolves. There is an electric gym who uses Yampa Evo. Its name is Leverilos? No idea. I don't think I'm going to do another thread. We're getting to the data mine soon. Anons who want some more infos will just come, but asking 15 days at most, we'll know everything, including me. Oh my days. There are 3 times more Galarian forms than Alola forms. Haven't seen them. I kept that in mind. They're not seeing them. Actually, I don't know how I should keep them myself. Eevee gets 2 new Evos, and there is a new Eevee, a cute black frog, dog, cat something. It seems like they want to make a counterpart for Eevee. He has 3 Evos too. I'll let you guess what the types are. So, straight away, one of those things which, for me, it bothers me is because they're saying that Eevee gets a new evolution. Now, this is one thing that a lot of people have wanted for a very long time. And now, him saying, oh, Eevee gets 3 evolutions kind of makes me not think that this is legit. Of course, it's a rumor. You have to take it with a pinch of salt. But it's one of those things where I look at it now and I'm like, okay, you've said all this. Sounds legit. You know, me reading that off to you guys sounds legit. But then you drop that Eevee gets 3 evolutions. I don't know, can't see it happening. If it does, absolutely insane. Would they really hold that much information in there? Would they not tell us about Eeveelutions and, like, literally Eevee getting a new one? Eevee does get a Gigantamax form. We've seen that in the trailer. But now he's saying that Eevee does get another, like, 3 evolutions, which for me kind of makes this not sound legit at all. And I think there's one more. I've seen a Gigantamax Dragonite versus Leon's Gigantamax Charizard in the television. It really just gets bigger and fatter and has yellow eyes. I did see Dunsparce, but he didn't get a regional form. There was a spot in the dex after him, though, so I thought he had a regional evolution, but don't really know. Dracalia for the Dragon Eevee. I don't remember the other one if it was a Steel type. It gets, yeah, it has more Pokemon than G, if you can count the Galar form, honestly. Momoton is one of my favorites. It has evolution, 1 female, 1 male. A badass masculine looking goat. Very cool looking feminine ram. Humanoid looking Pokemon fighting dark. It has hair and mustache and it's totally crazy and lots of muscle, but it's not very tall. I don't like Pokemon with human traits. For reference, I don't really like Jinx, Mr. Mime, Alolan Trio, Alolan Golem. Dragonite doesn't have any regional form since I saw a normal looking Dratini and a Gigantamax of a normal Dragonite. So, it's not a Gigantamax then. It'll be a Dynamax Dragonite. Obviously, Gigantamax changes the form of the Pokemon. So if he's saying that, you know, maybe there's a way you can Dynamax a Pokemon and you can Gigantamax a Pokemon. But he's already stated that he saw, like, a different Gigantamax form of Dragonite. Now he's saying he saw just a normal... Yeah, it doesn't make sense. If he was going to Gigantamax, he'd get a new form. The evolution of Galarian, Rapidash, and Psychic and Flying, it's like a Pegasus, which we all probably already know. From what I saw so far, hence the honestly, I just felt the same way. There are really lots of Pokemon. I will say what else I can remember before going to bed and leaving the thread if I can. It's a real Pokemon, pure water, evolves into a Barracuda shout thing, and the mustache are more apparent. I don't like that even though I like the first stage. I also don't like the names. Okay, he goes on about the names there. The Sandworm, I've been waiting for a Pokemon like this for so many years. If I had to choose another one, I'd say the Cloud one. It's a Cloud, and it's like Cast Form. It has a form for every weather, and it changes a lot, and it's really cute. I love cute Pokemon. Funny thing is, when it becomes into the fight, it will either have a Drought, Drizzle, Sandstorm, Snow Alert, and I think that's the ability for Snow in English. As you can choose from what it'll have by giving it attacks with the same type. If you have the same number, it'll be random. I like that more than Cast Form, and it looks way less of a crappy mon. I can't really recall after it was a single stage mon, but I can't recall which one. It doesn't look like a human at all. It doesn't have a trench coat or whatever. It just reminds me of a Sceptile, but water type. No, the new Eevee gets fire, electric, and water too. Okay, he goes on about that. It's just like the last games. Okay, it's just like the last games, and that is the last thread there. So that's crazy. So this guy literally goes on for a very long time, states a lot of things. So basically, he says there's so many new Pokemon. He knows about Scorbunny's evolution. There's fossil Pokemon, the Sandworm, Galarian, Ponyta's evolution, obviously, which we all knew it was going to be something like a Pegasus. We saw that in the trailer. Or not in the trailer, sorry. We saw that when we did the live stream of the forest. We also see new Gigantamax forms, like you said. Dragonite supposedly gets one. There's 3 new Eeveelutions and stuff like that. It's a lot of information here, but like I said, I'll put the thread in the description. You guys can go over and have a look at it, but we have to take it with a pinch of salt. Could it be real? Could it not be? Let me know what you guys think about it down below in the comment section. If you guys have watched this far into the video, please comment hashtag which Pokemon game you're getting, Sword or Shield. Let me know in the comment section. It'd be greatly appreciated. And of course, this is all the time that we have for today's video. So if you guys did enjoy it, subscribe, of course. You don't want to miss out on any more Pokemon Sword and Shield news. And like I said, whenever the game drops on the 15th, we will be having a live stream straight away. We will be shiny hunting and stuff like that. So I'm really, really excited. But this thread, obviously, for me, my conclusion for this thread, I want to say that he said that Eevee gets 3 new evolutions for me, which kind of just made it not believable for me. So that's my take on it. I don't believe it, but of course, I wanted to make a video and get your guys' opinions on it. Let me know in the comment section. But with all that being said, guys, I'm going to get up and out. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you did enjoy, subscribe if you're new, and of course, enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you guys back in a brand new video next time. Bye!